What's happening, fellas? Feast your eyes on what may be the nicest Honda CB1000 in the world. This thing is absolutely pristine. Fresh out of the Justin Smith collection last week. This is about as good as you're ever going to see one. I'm just going through the literature that came with it. It's thoroughly documented, full data pack on this thing, including not only the owner's manual and the title, but the magazine tests from 1983, 2 of them, the actual Honda ads from Cycle World magazine, the OEM specification chart. I'll get into that in a second, but back to the bike here. Look at this thing, Dunlop qualifier tires. Zoom in on the paint job, Kenny. Hey, we've had a lot of these come through the shop, and I got to be straight up real with you. They were far from this condition, like not even close. Justin and his uncle collected motorcycles. His uncle bought this bike brand new. It's been in one family since it was brand new. It's been stored indoors in a climate controlled facility. It's 100% original from the tip of the exhaust mufflers to the top of the handlebars. It's got a nice set of Dunlop GT qualifier tires on there. The original saddle's in mint shape. It runs beautifully. The mechanic Jeff Castine just gave it what we call a super tune. Went through the whole carburetors, micro drilled the pilot jet, so it's not, they come running a little bit lean from the factory, so it's probably never ran this good, and it certainly looks like it's brand new. It's just a beautiful piece. CB1000 custom, double overhead cam engine, all the horsepower you'll ever need, 1000cc, and it also has a really unique feature. Zoom in on the dual range transmission shifter on the other side. This is a dual range transmission, so around town, you've got one range and you want to take it cross country, put it in high range. Lets you pump that power through the drive shaft in two different ranges. 5 speeds in low for quick acceleration, or 5 speeds in high for effortless cruising. You can also adjust the suspension. It has air adjustable forks, and it has an exclusive track, which is their torque reactive anti-dive control on the forks. Thing was ahead of its time. The bike is pretty much at home on back roads, cruising down the boulevard. Roll it into a motorcycle show, roll it into the museum, because it is absolutely pristine. That's where it's going. It is a museum quality piece. This bike is 973 Cs, 4 carburetors, 4 32mm Keihin CV carburetors, 4 exhaust pipes, and it's rated for 89 horsepower, 4.8 quarts of oil. It's a lot of oil for sure. It's almost as much as a car, almost 5 quarts. Just a kick-ass piece. Kyle, what are your thoughts? You just took it for a ride. Give me a rundown what your thoughts are on it.
Well, it's crazy how smooth this motor runs. I mean, there's no vibration, nothing. You twist the throttle and the thing just takes off like nothing. I just took it up and down the road real quick to warm it up, and it's such a smooth riding motorcycle. Suspension soaks up every bump. If you're looking for a vintage bike that you want to also ride and ride comfortably, this is the bike to have. You know, it'll cruise highway speeds no problem. Like Ken said, you can take it anywhere. It belongs on the backcountry roads, though. That's where it really performs well.
Yeah, that smoothness that Kyle's commenting on, we've ridden a lot of CB1000 Customs. That's a factory freak thing. Factory tolerances are real. Not all these engines are the same. Some are smoother than others. That's something we talk about often.
This one's a winner. Again, here's the title. Here's the owner's manual. Here's the Cycle World magazine test from 1983. They gave it a great review. Here's the Cycle magazine September 83 test. Here's the actual ad out of the magazines for the motorcycle. Here's the OEM specifications chart. I also have the parts catalog right here, which is something that's very, very good to have if you ever want to order parts. It's got every part number for every bike on there. And check this out. The original shop manual, no greasy fingers have been playing with this. It's basically brand new. So you get a full provenance on this. Again, owned by Justin and his uncle since it was new, and his uncle just was getting up there in years, decided to let Justin have it. And Justin had over 40 bikes in his collection, ran out of room, and he was starting to put them in a storage facility, which was costing him a pretty penny. He said he was paying a king's ransom for storage, because he wanted high, dry, air-conditioned, heated storage, and you can drop them in one of them tin storage boxes, but they'll go to hell in a handcart. So he had them stored at a classic car storage facility that wasn't cheap. He said king's ransom, like I said. So services that were just done on this bike, it's been through the detail shops. The bike's been steam cleaned, hand washed, degreased. They did touch up the frame. The engine and the wheels were touched up a little bit. The kickstand was repainted. The center stand was repainted. They polished the exhaust, the engine guards, the turn signal brackets, all the chrome on the bike, all the aluminum on the bike's been polished. And there's 2 coats of Carnauba wax on the original pristine metallic gold, bronze and brown and chrome paint job. Just beautiful. So the total on our service order here also included 4 new spark plugs. It has a new battery in it, all new carb O-rings, 3 gallons of non-ethanol fuel. The carburetors were removed, completely cleaned and rebuilt and retuned. As I mentioned, Jeff micro drilled the pilot jets. Unless you know what you're doing, that's not something you do at home. Raise the needles, replace the spark plugs, put the non-ethanol fuel in there, change the oil, and aired up the tires. So it's been detailed and tuned to perfection. You will not find a better running, nicer looking 1983 CB1000. This bike is an absolute dime. If you have any questions about it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. Thank God for kick-ass motors. Thank Japan for kick-ass bikes like this, and God bless America. Beyond. Get the exhaust. Are we doing a drive-by on it? Drive-by? Sure. Basically a 1000cc superbike motor in a cruiser package. Definitely nice setup. Super comfy, shaft drive. Rest assured, this is a world-class piece. It's a fantastic machine.